Hello and welcome to today's NinjaTrader ecosystem event, easy automation for price action setups that improve your trading consistency. My name is Thomas and I'm a platform representative here at NinjaTrader. Now, before we start the webinar, I have a few housekeeping notes. Now, this webinar is presented by NinjaTrader LLC, which is the technology company responsible for developing and supporting the NinjaTrader trading software. Brokerage-related questions should be directed to the NinjaTrader brokerage team using the phone number or email on the screen. And if you are new to NinjaTrader, please make sure you sign up for a free NinjaTrader account, which includes access to 14 days of complimentary real-time market data. Our platform is always free for advanced charting, strategy back testing, and trade simulation. You can create your free account by following the following link on the screen and then clicking Get Started under the Welcome section. And before I turn over the mic to Steve, it is important to understand that futures, foreign currency, and options trading contains substantial risk and is not suitable for every investor. It is possible to lose all or more than one's initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. And also, please remember that these training sessions are not solicitation or recommendation, but simply educational in nature. Now, without further ado, it's my pleasure to welcome into the NinjaTrader webinar, Steve. Thank you for joining us today, Steve.
Well, thank you, Thomas. Let's again check to make sure everyone's hearing me okay. All right, so this afternoon, here's really an agenda, what we're going to cover, but we're really going to move through this information fairly quickly. To accomplish any goal, whether it's trading or whatever, you need to have a system. So we're really going to cover that today. Your car is a system to get you from point A to point B. Your body is a system to keep you alive. And the same thing holds true for trading. You need a system to help you accomplish your goals and keep your trading capital alive and well. So one thing that we can never get back is our time. So we must all treat our time with respect. So our goal here at NaviTrader is to help you shorten the amount of time that's going to take you to achieve your goals. Now here at NaviTrader, really our main product is our charts, which have a system built into them, but really are more than just charts. We really are a service, again, to help train you to achieve your trading goals much more quickly than you might otherwise. All right, so please listen toward the end, and I'm going to share with you the answer to the most frequently asked question I get in trading. Also, if you can send an email to support@navitrader.com, we'll make sure you get access to our live training session that we're going to do tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. So send an email to support@navitrader.com. All right, so our main goal with trading is to have a system to help you accomplish your trading goals. And then, of course, your job then becomes just a matter of executing on that system. This chart you're looking at right now is a volume chart of the E-mini. You can see our bars are color-coded. When the bars are green, the market's moving up. When they turn back to red, the market's moving down. So we try to make this as simple as possible, as graphical as possible. I tend to be very graphical myself, so that's why we designed these charts the way that we did. And of course, with trading, we want to control or eliminate really those emotional trades. We want to get into trades for a logical reason. Here's an example of our charts. These charts we call trend indicator charts. And you can see we do automate the signals on the chart. So the magenta arrows are going to be the sell signals. Green arrows are going to be the buy signals. So this is a volume chart. And of course, all price movement is really a function of supply and demand. So you can see this volume chart does a very good job of showing you who's in control in the market. All right, so we said we would mention the idea of scalping. Some people like scalp trading. And here you can see our price bars were green. They turned to a gold frame bar, then they turn back to red. So that can be point to get into a short trade for a scalp type trade. This is working off of a 20-second chart. So you can use any chart that's supported by the NinjaTrader platform. And by the way, we do run exclusively in the NinjaTrader platform. All right, so here's another example with an A-mini chart where the bars turned red. We had a sell signal, we had a 10-point move down, turned around, had a buy signal for a 13-point move up. So you can see we do automate the signals. All right, so here's a mini chart. Again, this is a Navi, we call these NaviRenko charts. They are unique. You won't see them anywhere else. Here we had a 10-point move down, followed by a 17-point move up. By the way, you'll see the line above the red bars or below the green bars. That's the Navi PM indicator line. We'll talk about that in a little while, but it's a good indicator of market direction. And you can also use it as a trailing stop. All right, so also you can see on this particular chart, we've got the dots on the chart. These are our momentum indicator. That's called the Navi Big Mo indicator. Typically, markets are going to move in the direction of momentum. So the red dots indicate down momentum. Green dots indicate up momentum. All right, so of course, as we know, it's important to trade with the trend. We had a great trading day today. We had an initial move down and a big move up later in the day, and then ultimately the market actually came back down toward the end of the day. All right, so again, here's a NASDAQ volume chart with two sell signals. It's one of my favorite setups. Here's another setup using a NaviRenko chart. Again, this is the E-mini. All right, so you can see again, this is the actual chart moving. You can see the bars turn back to green on an up move, red on a down move. And so here we're still moving up on this NaviRenko chart. And then we reverse back down at a sell signal. Now when we get the bars with the gold frame, those are called consolidation bars. And when we typically break below a consolidation bar, we'll get a move down. All right, so there's an example where we had a short trade. We came out with the trailing stop. All right, so something that we've all heard a million times is let your winners run. But you really need to have a system. We talked about that a little while ago, the importance of having a system. A system is going to help you keep in these trades for the bigger moves. Now, this is a NASDAQ chart using the NaviRenko chart for a 55-point move up, consolidate, and then reverse back down for a 70-point move. All right, so again, here's a chart where we had a buy signal on this NaviRenko chart. Okay, so buy signal, this is on the E-mini. And here you can see we're moving higher. The green line we can use as a trailing stop. Now, typically when I get into a trade too, I'm going to use a fixed stop. And then when I get to a point on the trade where if I come down and hit the trailing stop, I'm still out with a profit, I will use the automated trailing stops. By the way, version 8 of NinjaTrader does support attaching an order to an indicator. So when I move up like this, you're going to have a sell stop attached to this green line, which would be your sell stop order. All right, so that's a good example of an up move on the E-mini. All right, so here's a chart where we move down, turn back to some green bars, and then we move lower and got a sell signal. Again, this is a NaviRenko chart, and as I said before, you can attach the trailing stop to that indicator line. So market's moving down, kind of consolidating at this point. And if it continues to go down, we'll get more of a red power bar. You can see the gold frame went away. And trailing stop is being managed automatically. By the way, like I said, we will have a live session tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So please click on the link in the chat area and you can sign up for that live session tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. All right, so here we moved down and came up and hit the trailing stop. Okay, so again, here's the E-mini chart with a couple of sell signals. All right, now here's an example where we, on the left side of the screen, we've got a 20-second chart where we're moving up. This is actually the same price series. On the left side is a 20-second chart. The right side is the NaviRenko chart. So here we're showing a move up on the E-mini. By the way, the session will be recorded, so if you would like to, you can send an email to support@NaviTrader.com. Make sure you get a copy or a link to the recording. So again, this is an example of a move up. Left side is a 20-second chart. Right side is the NaviRenko chart. Okay, so we moved up about 18.25 points before we exited on the trailing stop in this particular trade. All right, so again, example of the NaviRenko chart, move up for 16 points, pulled back, had a new buy signal for a 19-point move up, again on the E-mini. All right, so I'm a pilot, and one of the things that all professional pilots use is a checklist. So same thing is true of trading. Definitely use a checklist in your trading. Actually, I think we in one of our trader tools that we're going to send out to everyone is a trading checklist. So please send your email to support@NaviTrader.com. Make sure you get a copy of that checklist. All right, so one thing I recommend is review each trading day to see where you can improve. Also, it's very important to take a look at what you did right too. If you had a wonderful day of trading, then make a record of that and indicate, why did you do so well? It kind of reinforces that behavior. So it's not only important just to look at what you did wrong to improve on, but also look at what you did right. Just kind of reinforce or build that confidence level in your trading. All right. So as is true in anything in life, the better your skill set, the better that you will be at trading. I've been trading for many, many years, and I can tell you my trading really gradually improves really every day. So I'm learning new things all the time. So don't, I've heard a saying about pilots, good pilots are always learning. The same thing is true of traders. Good traders are always learning. Okay, so don't think you're going to ever know it all. You will not. All right, so one of the things we try to do here at NaviTrader is try to keep things simple as possible. All right, so if you look at our charts, you probably can see that. We try to kind of demystify the idea of technical analysis. Okay, so really what we're trying to determine is the likely direction of the market and take trades based on that and also manage your risk. All right, so with our charts, as you can see, we built in an algorithmic system to help you know trade direction, give you automated setups and trade management. All right, so again, here's an example of that 20-second chart where we moved up and NaviRenko chart on the right. You can see on both these charts, we're continuing to be green on both the 20-second and on the NaviRenko chart. All right, so here's an example of what happens after a Fed announcement. Okay, markets are typically pretty crazy, but you can see you can actually trade after a Fed announcement off of these charts. All right, so market usually makes some huge moves after a Fed announcement. So you can see even on a Fed announcement, the chart did a really nice job of showing you where you need to be in terms of direction. Okay, so again, here's an example of a volume chart. You can use any chart that's supported by the NinjaTrader platform. I've shown you a number of examples here, volume charts, Renko charts. You can use range charts. Again, anything that's supported by the NinjaTrader platform. Let me compliment NinjaTrader too. I believe that NinjaTrader is the premier platform for futures trading today. So if you already have NinjaTrader, congratulations. If not, you need to get NinjaTrader. And our charts run exclusively in the NinjaTrader platform, in the desktop version of NinjaTrader. So again, here's an example of a NaviRenko chart. Here's an example of the E-mini using the trailing stops. Here's a 20-second chart. We mentioned the idea of scalp trading. You can see on this chart, we've got the velocity channel. That's these blue lines. So you can see the market tends to go between these blue lines. So if you're trying to go short, you can see the slope of the velocity channel is actually downward. So your safest trade is going to be a wait for retracement up near the upper velocity channel and then sell down to the lower channel. So if you like scalp trading, that's something you can do there. All right, so again, here's the NaviRenko charts. Here we had a 20-point move down, followed by a 10-point move up. Now in this chart, you can see the bars with the gold frame. You can actually take trades above or below these gold frame bars. All right, so again, 20-point move down, 10-point move up, made a pullback, broke back above a consolidation bar for another 10-point move up. All right, so here's a 210-point move on the NASDAQ. Here's another thing that is very, very powerful in your trading, and that is correlation. You want to look for correlation between the E-mini and the NASDAQ. In fact, if you come to our live session tomorrow morning, I'll show you that at 10 o'clock Eastern. So come to our live session. If you'd like to do that, just send an email to support@NaviTrader.com. There should be a link too in the chat area to sign up for that live session. All right, so we also said we're going to talk a little bit about funded trading and why you may want to consider that. Funded trading is really pretty amazing, really. There's some things you can do. It really does solve some problems for a lot of traders. And we'll kind of get into that here. One problem a lot of traders have is they don't have a lot of capital. Or even if they have a lot of capital, maybe they're preserving that capital for some other purpose and would prefer not to tap into that reservoir of capital. So what you can do is actually sign up with one of these funded trading companies, sometimes referred to as prop trading firms. There are a number of them out there. In fact, there's several I would consider the best ones, but there are many of them out there. If you would like to get our feedback on what we'd consider some of the better funded trading companies, again, send an email to support@NaviTrader.com. All right, so I'm going to kind of go over a list here of some of the reasons you may want to consider a funded account. One is really you may actually find that you trade better trading in a funded account because you're not nervous about your trading your own capital. They can provide you with practically unlimited capital, providing that you can show them that you have the trading skills to consistently generate profits. In a lot of cases with these funded trading companies, you have free use of a trading platform. NinjaTrader may be one example. You get free real-time data, and of course you can trade multiple accounts if you want to, and so on. So there's a lot of benefits of potentially of a funded trading account. In fact, here at NaviTrader, I'm proud to say we do have some of our NaviTrader members, NaviTrader customers, they're using our charts, that have actually been trading funded accounts for over 10 years. And if you are familiar with funded accounts, you know that you're not going to be trading a funded account for 10 years unless you're profitable. All right, so some suggestions on these funded trading companies. For one, choose a company that doesn't have a lot of complicated rules. All right, so make sure that you're very familiar with the rules for whatever funded trading company you're going to work with. All right, so of course, you can't break the rules or your account will be shut down, basically. All right, so also important to choose the right account size. These funded trading companies offer accounts in various sizes. And of course, as a general rule, the larger accounts will also have a larger profit goal. One of the advantages of the larger accounts, you can have a larger trailing drawdown too. So you kind of have to weigh one against the other. So there are some account sizes that I would recommend. So here's a really big item. Trade your evaluation account that you're going to trade your live account. So don't take some crazy risks just to get past your evaluation account, because you may be able to pass the evaluation very quickly. However, when you start trading the live account, if you use that same methodology, you're more than likely blow the account up. So it's very important to trade your evaluation account the way that you're going to trade your live account. All right, so again, very important with funded trading companies, know all of their rules and don't break them. And here's a big item. Don't be in a big hurry. I see some of these funded trading companies will tell you that you can pass in one day. Well, while that sounds good, if you in fact pass in one day, I will tell you, you're probably taking on way too much risk, and it's probably not going to be a repeatable behavior that's going to work well once you start trading live. All right, so also these funded trading companies typically have a trailing drawdown. You need to monitor that trailing drawdown. Most of these companies will use a software program called Rhythmic so that you can monitor to see where you're at in terms of your trailing drawdown. All right, so, I've been trading for a long time, and of course, anybody that trades, you probably are kind of do a lot of soul searching all the time. And one of the things I think about all the time is what is common to all successful traders? What are they doing that other people are not doing? And I would say the one common thing is that they're all great risk managers. Okay, so everybody who trades is going to do this a little bit differently. Okay, so even with a good system, with good charting, with good signals, no two traders are going to do everything exactly the same way. That's just reality. But the one thing that's common to all great traders is they are good risk managers. All right, so here's a really important tip. With your funded trading companies, they'll tell you that you've got a $50,000 account. Okay, so, but however, you may have let's say a trailing drawdown of, I'll just use a hypothetical number here. Let's say it's $2,500 as your trailing drawdown. You need to trade your account as though you have a $2,500 account. Okay, $50,000 will lull you into thinking that you've got a lot of a real $50,000 account. You really don't. So trade it like you have the account size of your trailing drawdown. And what I'd recommend is set up a risk budget each day. In other words, as a percentage of that trailing drawdown. So let's just say hypothetically you're going to use that risk budget of 5%. So take your trailing drawdown amount, multiply by 5%, and make sure that you limit your daily losses to that number. Once you hit that number, quit trading for the day. So very, very important point there. All right, so very important here, size your positions according to your risk management plan. And for most traders, I do recommend the micro contracts. Okay, so if you're trading let's say you're trading an account with a $2,500 trailing drawdown, you definitely want to be trading the micro contracts. All right, so very important here, stay focused. Okay, if you're trading your account, your evaluation, or your actual live account, stay focused. If you can't stay focused, if you're distracted by some other reason, just don't trade. I actually run several businesses, so there are times during the day when I can stay very focused on my trading and times when I can't. So I try to eliminate trading as part of my day if I'm focusing on other things. All right, so here's the final tip, really. After you've hit your profit goal for a specific account, quit trading that account. So let's say your profit goal was $3,000. If you've achieved that $3,000 amount, quit trading the account, and you will now be awarded a actual live trading account. All right, so if you'd like some suggestions on my two favorite funded trading suggestions in terms of funded trading companies, send an email to support@NaviTrader.com. And I can also send you discount codes that can save you 80% or sometimes more than that on signing up for a funded account. All right, so once you've passed your evaluation, you will be given a certificate of funding. All right, so this is an example of what that's going to look like. All right, so you get a certificate of funding, and at that point, you'll be able to trade a live account. All right, so again, very important with your funded trading company, evaluate your results each day, find out what's working, what's not. Really, all these items that I've gone over here too apply whether you're trying to pass an evaluation or if you're trading your own capital. Okay, so they really all apply no matter what you're doing. All right, so I did say in the beginning today I was going to talk about one of the most frequent questions I get from traders. I've been working with traders for many years. Probably the most important or most common question I get is how do I avoid a choppy market? All right, so what you want to do is you want to look to see if you're getting adequate volatility. And this is our trend indicator chart. And you can see the highlighted portion, we're getting a choppy market where it's highlighted. So when you see these alternating colored bars, it just means we're consolidating. All right, so then the question is, okay, how do I know when I've broken out of the consolidation? You'll know because you can look for two correlated markets. For example, the E-mini and the NASDAQ, look for both of them to break up or down out of that shaded area, that choppy market. All right, so, and after we broke out of that choppy market, I'll show you what happened in this chart. This is the actual chart after we broke out of that choppy market. All right, so here at NaviTrader, like I said, one of our product that we offer here is our charts and indicators. And the other part of what we do here at NaviTrader is a lot of training and a lot of mentoring. All right, so let me show you an example of what we provide. This chart is the Navi bars. And this will give you an illustration of how they work. When they're green, they're moving up. Okay, so they consolidate. Here we move down. We had a new sell signal. Market's moving lower. You can see the red line above the price bars can be used as a trailing stop. All right, so you can see the price action system is built right into the charts. Here we move back up and got a new buy signal. So that's the Navi bars. Our price bars are actually an indicator. All right, so you won't see these price bars anywhere else. The green line underneath the price bars is the Navi PM indicator, and it can be used as a trailing stop. We also have another trailing stop, which is an ATR stop. Also works very well. I've got some members that like using this trailing stop. I've got some people that prefer using the Navi PM indicators. They both work very well. All right, so the signals on the screen, you can see the magenta arrows are sell signals, the green arrows are buy signals. That's called the automator. And we also have our own proprietary oscillator. That's the Navi high-low indicator on the bottom of the screen. And you can see on this chart, we've got the Big Mo indicator. The Big Mo indicators are green dots, indicate upward momentum. Usually markets will trade in the direction of momentum. So you can see here we had the green dots and the market continued to go higher. The blue lines you see on this screen are the velocity channels. You can see the markets tend to move between those channels in an upward sloping channel. You're going to get pullbacks toward the lower blue line. And you can even use the upper blue line to take profits. So buy near the lower blue line, sell near the upper blue line. That's the velocity channels. Finally, we have an indicator called the Navi relative ATR indicator. The relative ATR indicator is really looking for points in the market where we're getting very tight range. And typically when we get tight range in the market's going to break up or down out of that tight range. And these can provide very good trading opportunity because you can put stops just if we're in let's say a tight range. You can put stops above and below that tight range and take on relatively low risk in your trade. All right, so we also provide our trade finder. The trade finder is really a market scanner. It's very handy, especially if you're trading a lot of different markets. It'll kind of point out the best market to look at any one time. So here we had the Russell and the E-mini all red. So it's looking at a number of different technical indicators and will kind of point you in the right direction. I always go right through the chart when I see that and decide if I want to take the trade. So that's the trade finder. We also have an alerts window. This is actually an alert from this afternoon. This is the NASDAQ where we had sell signals on both the Renko chart and the volume chart. You can see we do time and date stamp these signals. Here we had a sell signal at 2:22 and 16 seconds, and a sell signal at 2:21 and 24 seconds. So just about a minute apart on both those signals. All right, so here's a 10-point move down, a 17-point move up on the E-mini. Those two trades would actually pay for our 2-year subscription, we're going to talk about here in a minute. So 2 trades would pay for a 2-year subscription. Okay, so when people become a NaviTrader member, we set up an appointment time and actually do a one-on-one session with you and set up your entire chart workspace and answer any questions on how our charts work and so on. So any questions you've got either on our stuff or on the NinjaTrader platform as well, we can cover. All right, so that's a personal one-on-one session. By the way, you will get a license for up to two of your own computers, so you can run this. I set up a new member. The last person I set up had their own laptop, and they also had another desktop computer. All right, so we also gave you unlimited support for the 2-year period of your membership. We help you via 800 phone line, email, or we can also connect to your computer and help and actually see what's going on in your computer. We also have over 60 hours of our member video training videos. And of course, you can watch those on your own time frame. That's very helpful, especially with people who are in way different time zones. For example, Australia. If you're in a much different time zone, you don't have to attend our live training. You can just listen to the video training at your leisure. All right, so I do several live training sessions every week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. So we do those live training sessions. You're welcome to attend those as part of your membership. Now, our pricing on our program is actually costs you less than a cup of coffee each day. So we try to keep it very affordable. So what our membership includes is you get 2 years of the everything I've shown you here today, the trend indicator charts, which run in the desktop version of NinjaTrader. You'll get the automator setups, that's the automated signals on the screen. 2 years of the Trade Finder Market Analyzer, 2 months in our member room, that's the live market sessions. Those are from 2:30 to 3:30 Eastern time, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You get the one-on-one personal mentoring session, and also we'll set up your entire chart workspace the exact same way that I trade every day in my own accounts. And 2-year license of our charts and indicators on 2 computers and 2 years of unlimited online support. We've also recently produced a complete training course. This can be applied to any futures contract that you want to trade. Doesn't have to be the E-mini or NASDAQ. The principles all apply to any futures market. We are going to make this available online very soon for $9.95. However, for everyone in the room today, you're going to get access to this training course for the first 20 new members today. You'll have access to this training course. Here's a list of what's included in that training course. I'm not going to go over everything here today, but a ton of information, and I think you'll find it extremely helpful in your trading. All right, so today for everyone in attendance, we're giving a 50% off special. Makes it $26.77 for everything I've shown you here today. If you'd like to get started, just send an email to support@NaviTrader.com. And we're also offering a $200 coupon that you can apply to that, bringing it down to $24.77. All right, so also send an email to support@NaviTrader.com. You're going to get these 7 essential trader learning tools. I think you'll find those extremely helpful, including the trading checklist. This is a list of the 7 valuable trading tools. Top breakout strategies, day trader secrets to capturing the big moves, step-by-step risk management guide, 3-part professional trader checklist, professional trading plan guide, and so on. So there's a lot of really good information there. So all you have to do is send an email to support@NaviTrader.com to take advantage of that. All right, so I really want to thank everyone for joining us today. I also want to thank NinjaTrader for giving us this platform to present to everyone today. Appreciate that. We always really enjoy doing these webinars with NinjaTrader. And with that, let me turn everything back over to Thomas. Everyone have a great day. And like I said, we will record all this, or we have recorded all this. We'll make that available to anyone who sends an email to support@NaviTrader.com. Everyone have a wonderful and prosperous day and life, and we'll hopefully talk to you real soon.
All right. Well, thank you again to Steve for taking the time to share with us today. If you enjoyed today's session, we hope you will join us in future webinars. Follow us on social media for alerts about upcoming events and other NinjaTrader ecosystem news. We would like to remind you that the information provided was that of NaviTrader and not of NinjaTrader. All information was for educational purposes and should not be construed as trading advice. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we hope to see you in future events. Happy trading from all of us here at the NinjaTrader ecosystem.